is Lex Luthor. Morgan Snicker Room. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luthor, and none other than Morgan Snicker Room. Today, guys, we are joined by a guest, Daniel from Sneaker Politics. Man, what's new? How you feeling? What's up?
I'm doing all right. Nobody's called me Daniel in a long time. But I'm good, man. I'm stoked to be on the show.
Love it.
I've been following you guys' content for a while now, and I enjoy what you guys do. So I'm excited to get this podcast going.
Yeah,
I like
sure,
that.
man. I know we've followed each other on Instagram for a while, and you know, so we've brought you up a few times, and whenever we bring you up, man, you seem to be you're stoked. And I didn't even know that you listened to the podcast until the first time you tagged us in it. Yeah.
After the second time, I was like, you know what, just get me on, bro. Just get me on.
Yeah, 100%. And me and Flex have been talking about having you on because we both love sneaker politics. But with that being said, let the people know who you are.
I go by Saucepan Dan. I am a designer at Sneaker Politics. I started off as a photographer there. They had that job opening, and I was like, let me sneak in there and weasel my my talents around and see what happens. So, and now here we are.
That's awesome, man. Because when we first met, you were a designer. So when we first met, you were a photographer, right? And how long have you been a designer for Sneaker Politics?
Full-time designer for Sneaker Politics, I'd probably say about 1.5 years.
Sweet. Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
I've been working there for going on like 3 years now.
Okay.
Oh,
and you're at the in the
Dallas
Texas
location.
the Dallas location. Okay, where are the other locations at? Is there one in New Orleans?
Yes, so there's two in, hold on, let me think. There's one in BR. I think there's, oh my gosh, dude, there's so many. There's like 3 in New Orleans, Lafayette, BR, somewhere else, Austin, Dallas, and that's it. There's 5 locations.
And you guys are gonna open up one in Indianapolis, right?
I'll talk to Derek about that.
All right, bet. Perfect. So, as you know, how we start off each show is what we wore today. Flex, you going first?
Yeah. So I had a last minute change for my showcase shoe. But yeah, I wore my Taxi 12s today. My showcase shoe was supposed to hide in this one, but I changed it last minute because I realized I had something in the cut. But I wore my Taxi 12s today. These don't really get a lot of wear. I do love retro 12s because they're durable, they're big, they're bulky. So one of my favorite sneakers in my collection, the favorite shoe in my collection. It's pretty much, I was at the peak of my collecting career when I got these. So
yeah, where does that rank on your top dope boy shoes?
The retro 12s, you don't need these. You can be able to run or do nothing in a pair of retro 12s.
So that's not
sir, you're not doing anything but looking good. That's it. Post it up on the block. Yeah, post it up on the locker. You know, you gotta have them overly laced like that.
Yeah.
But that's what I put on today. That's what I had on the Taxi 12s, retro 12s.
So, oh dang! I just realized this is what I wore today.
Hey, was that your showcase shoe?
That was my showcase shoe yesterday.
Are those the new ones?
No. These are the 2018 version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is 2018 pair.
Out, right?
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about.
I know.
I took the shop and I was like, I didn't know these were coming out at all.
I didn't know they were coming out either. So yeah, the Air Safari. I was like, what made me wear these? And I just remember like they were my showcase shoe from, I'm gonna say last week. Yeah. So Air Safari, I'm excited that they're coming back out. What are you guys getting any people buying them up at? No, not really.
I'm not too fond of this shoe, I'm gonna be honest. I love the color story of this shoe,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it
Yeah.
when I see it on other models.
Yeah.
Like when Nike by You, like a couple years ago, they offered the Safari print. People were going crazy.
Yeah.
The Safari colorway Air Force Ones. I love that. Air Max Ones, keep ripping, stop slipping stuff. I just love that colorway. Not a big fan of the model though.
Yeah, the model is, I mean, it's very 80s runner, no technology, very, I mean, it's
like
a pretty plain sneaker.
To me,
like
it
a
looks
cross
like a
dress shoe.
takedown model of the Air Max One.
Yeah. And then part that I really don't like is on the medial side on both shoes, there's no Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
Like this looks, I mean, that looks
I
like
know
it's
that's-
coming straight. It's coming straight from the gate, DH gate.
Straight from the gate.
So I know it's
crazy.
a cult classic though. Excuse me.
Yeah. I can make it work. I make it work, but it is what it is. Dan, what you wear today?
So my honest answer is I didn't leave the crib today, so I wore Birks. But
I'm jealous.
my podcast answer is the Superstar 82. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yep, we got it.
Little SPD on the toe.
I like it.
Can I nerd out about the shoe for a second?
Yeah.
So do you know why it's the 82 and not just the Adidas Superstar?
Miso, ain't it?
The upper seems looks a little different.
Okay, so the reason it's the 82 is because that is when Adidas were making Superstars in France. So the designer of this project, his name is Chris Law. He took it upon himself to really make it like a 1-for-1 of what they were doing in the factory, down to like how the stripes on the shell toe ended, the pattern on the midsole, the length of the stitches, stuff like that. Because prior to this, they had the Superstar 80s, and he said that's good, but it's not good enough.
Yeah.
So he did these, and the Superstar is one of my favorite shoes. It's probably in my top two, Superstars and Air Forces. And I saw what you said last episode, and I didn't like that at all.
Hold on. What'd I say? Sometimes I just be talking.
That they're overrated. I really felt the way when you said that.
I stand by that. I think it's an overrated sneaker.
Might have to play you in tennis for that one.
Oh man, don't lose twice.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No.
Yeah, don't do that. That would be insane. That would be insane. So I like the Superstar, right? Like I like the Superstar, but I put the Superstar and the Air Force One, the Stan Smith, the Club C. I put those all in the same category as shoe, right? Like it is what it is.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah,
I feel like the Superstar specifically is such a important part of like the beginning of sneaker culture.
Yeah.
Growing up, have you ever watched the documentary Just for Kicks?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, slipping. You're slipping. I watched that at least once a year. It switches. The last time I watched it, I think it was on like Vimeo or something like that, because it's not on YouTube anymore.
Okay.
If I find it, I'll send y'all the link.
Okay, yeah.
Watch. But yeah, I just love that shoe and the history behind it.
The Superstar?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple in the collection. I've got the Year of the Horse. That's the one that was the Superstar 2. We know which one I'm talking about. It was a Chinese New Year release.
Does it have hair on it?
Yeah, it does, but it's like slicked down.
Okay.
You know
I
what I mean?
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Super Fire is golden. Super Fire shoe. I mean, as far as like the history goes, right? For the history of sneakers and I shouldn't even say the history. The importance of the sneakers cannot be overstated, right? Like
Mhm.
I think they're all important sneakers. Purely aesthetically, it's it's not for me. And this is the hype beast in me. The best pair that I have is the linens, right? Like I'm
I
happy,
got
I'm
3 pairs
excited.
of those.
For real, of the last release, did you didn't cop from the Kith pair, did you?
No,
Or you got them from the last release?
no, I got them from the recent
Okay.
release that they just did. But
Yeah.
why? Like, it's my favorite Air Force of all
It's
time,
so
Yeah.
good.
and
So good.
it's my chance to buy them with employee discount,
Yeah.
and I don't have to pay $800 to $1,000. Now, would I like to still have the '01 pair? Absolutely,
Right.
but I'll take what I can get.
And this kind of brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about, because I've seen you've got a couple pages on Instagram, you've got your own personal page, and then you've got a page where either you're selling sneakers or you're just showing off the sneakers in your collection. But I mean, you've
Yeah,
got, yeah, right? You,
Saucepan Supermarket. So
yes,
it is a page where I am selling shoes,
yeah,
but I do it just for fun. I
yeah,
do it just to be able to buy more shoes and buy shoes that like I've never been able to touch. Crazy relics, and they're cool to have in my hand, but I price them to where like if somebody really wants them, they can get them, and then
hmm
that's money I can buy more shoes with.
yeah. I
So
want to
like
be clear. It's not, it's not a resale site. I mean, it's hard to explain to people what,
it
selling
it's
sneakers that isn't reselling. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's
it
more of
makes
like
total sense.
if you know like these right here. This is all my stock behind me. But these already
I'm ready.
92
So,
Mm,
Olympic sevens,
yeah,
92.
you know,
yeah,
like stuff like this. Like I also got Air Max 95s from 95s, OG Bread 11s, he got games. I got some other like infrared pack behind me. Stuff like that. Like that
mhm,
for the real collectors.
yeah,
Yeah.
One of my favorite cultural moments about this shoe is not Dream Team, Michael Jordan, none of that. Do y'all know what it is?
uh-uh,
It's like the sneaker moment that really kind of made it, I wouldn't say mainstream, but it made people be like, yo, what is going on here? The Fat Joe sneaker lit was a pair of 92
yeah,
Olympic sevens.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's just cool stuff to have. Like I have it for sale, but low key, I might take these down because it's just cool that I have it.
It's a moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, um,
What do you have those priced at? Like, was it size 10?
I mean, they're pricey, but let's see. I have those priced at
Yeah, going to the
un
little black.
momento. I got them priced at 400, which isn't
that's
Not
not bad
bad.
like
for a
Yeah, that's not bad.
92.
That's not. Yeah, that's not.
That's,
Uh,
I mean, like you said, I mean, that's affordable. You know what I mean? Like, if you really
yeah.
want them, yeah, that's fire. That's fire. It seems like you are like a sneaker historian. Like, you have a love for the game, and I think that's why we've been cool, right? Like,
hmm
I mean, one, you work for Sneaker Politics. I love Sneaker Politics. Um, I love shopping with them, and I like, the product that they make. But outside of that, man, it's like you've got a love for the game that I really appreciate.
So I have been in love with sneakers for 17 years now.
Hmm.
I am 26 years old, so that means I was like in love with shoes since I was like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
You know, other kids were on Nickelodeon.com playing on games. I was on websites like Pick Your Shoes, Kick Exclusive, Nice Kicks, Flight Club, just looking like absorbing all the different model numbers and colorways and
Yeah.
stories, and then I'd get on YouTube and watch Franelations and what's his name? I think his name's Sneak Geeks.
Yeah.
Just I love it.
I
Yeah.
I
like
love it,
to
and I've loved
hear.
it for a long time. And I see these new dudes come up like on YouTube and the
Yeah.
other apps, and they clearly don't
TikTok?
know what they're talking about. I'm not really on that app, but yeah, the
Yeah.
oversaturation of people that think they know stuff.
Yeah.
You got here in COVID. I've been here since forever.
Yeah. We've definitely seen a surge of like content creators and sneaker creators and a
It's
bunch
so
of
corny. It's
yeah, a
corny.
bunch of
Yeah.
But to speak on, I love to talk about different eras or like different upbringings when it comes to sneakers, because even though I was looking and checking for sneakers when I was like 9 or 8, I wasn't on Night Talk, I wasn't on Pick Your
Yeah.
Shoes, because I didn't have internet. I didn't have the resources to internet or cable or stuff like that. So I didn't get on YouTube. So I literally seen it like in the wild. Like, what are those? Like, I know it's a Nike, but what are those? And the most that I got to look up sneakers was like at school. Like I'm at school using my Nike ID, and I'm over there. I had
Yep.
tens of pairs sitting in
Core
there
memory.
with my name on them. I'm just
Making some
dreaming like,
bull.
man,
If I
yeah,
could go
man.
back and look, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, damn, I was making that.
Yeah.
Man, if I
But
could go back, I would buy every single pair. If I could go back and even if they were trash, man, just the simple fact to satisfy my inner child to have those pairs, because at that time, like, I just wanted a pair of shoes with my name on the back. Yo,
Mhm.
you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing if I
Yeah.
had shoes with my name on them.
I
Absolutely nothing.
sometimes I like to go on eBay and look up Nike ID and see what pairs people make, because sometimes there's cool stuff on there. I've never really
Yeah.
bought,
Yeah.
but there is cool stuff on there. And I watch videos of like, are y'all familiar with Mayer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like, have you seen his like his ID collection and
Oh
Bespokes?
yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Man.
Like
Yeah.
His Air Force collection in general is just like,
that's
man, dude,
that's who I
400
tried
pairs
to
just-
model my collection after.
So speaking of the bespokes, if that program still existed, would you
I'm
drop
going
that
right
bread?
now. Oh yeah.
They have it? They still got it?
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
if you
okay.
did,
I'm
I
with
would.
you. You're answering the question.
Yeah, sorry. No.
No, you're I forgot how this interview thing works. No, okay, yeah. So you would you would do the bespoke process. I think it was
I'd
like
make it a whole
G.
thing, because
Yeah.
I've wanted to do that since a kid.
Yeah.
Nice Ticks used to post every time somebody did one,
Mhm.
and just from even back then, I could tell the quality was like crazy, and
I
just that
remember
idea of making a shoe from scratch is so sick.
yeah. I remember Amani Toomer, he was like the first big name that I heard doing a bespoke. I think he did an Air Max 1. But yeah, I mean, Flex, you've heard about this?
No, I have not.
So it was a program that they had at I think it was like the Mercer
Yeah, the
Nike
21
store.
Merchant store
Yeah.
in New York.
And it was like $1,000. You go in and you start. They either let you do an Air Max 1 or an Air Force 1, I think. And it was like from start to finish, like you're picking not just colors. It was like
You're talking about the actual bespoke program. I thought you were talking about the money guy. Yeah, I've heard of the
okay,
bespoke
yeah, okay,
program.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I watched Mayor, so I knew about it. But again,
yeah,
like I said, my radius for sneaker content when I was growing up was not far. Like I
right.
knew that sneakers were crazy in New York. I knew the scene, it was crazy in New York, but like it was like I wasn't really in tune with it because I didn't have the resources to, it would have to really be out there, like really out there for me to hear about someone that's made like a crazy bespoke pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I did hear about it and really got into it and checking for it and seeing who made this and made that, it was non-existent.
See, it's okay to not know something.
Yeah.
Like there's still stuff that I don't know. I'm learning every day. But my issue is when you present yourself as this sneaker genius and you know
Yeah.
everything about the industry and what goes into making a shoe and materials and what year it came out. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, and I think like when I make my videos, I make it clear like I'm doing research before I post a video, because it's like you said, not everybody knows everything, and you want to have your stuff straight. And having a love for sneakers is about, looking for those answers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Everybody got to start somewhere. You can't
yeah,
just come out the
exactly.
gate knowing everything. I'm not going to
Yeah,
be that guy where it's like, oh, you're 15 and you don't know the history between why the free throw Air Jordan 3 is significant. Like,
right. Yeah,
it's before your time. It's before my time. I had to look that up.
Yeah, 100%. So with your job as a designer, how much is it like? Would it be like the bespoke process, or is it more of like a collaborative effort?
I'm not quite following what you mean by that.
Yeah. So, with the bespoke process, you're essentially you're in control of everything from
Yes.
materials to. Is it like that with your job, or is it like, okay, you like this materials, but somebody else is like, well, that doesn't work, so you're constantly collaborating and going back and forth, or do you pretty much have free reign?
So we have a design team. I'm not the only designer there.
Mm-hmm.
We sometimes it's like full bespoke, sometimes it's Nike IB. The best way I can put it.
Yeah.
Like, so we have pre-existing silhouettes. So sometimes we use those and just switch the material.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes for a new collection, we'll be like, hey, let's make this new piece. So we have to make it from scratch, get it sampled, tech packed out, stuff like that. So it's a mix of both. It just depends on what we're for.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, I know I get a joy out of creating my own content, and as it can be stressful, recording, stopping, editing, and stuff like that. But when I finally get it, and I'm about to post it, it's a good feeling. So I want to know, like, how does it feel once you got through your talks, and you got through your materials, your colors, and you're about to drop this product, you finna roll it out. How does that feel?
Listen, to me, ain't nothing like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love designing a t-shirt and then boom, sells out. That feels crazy because the scale that it's on. Because before I worked at Politics, I've done my fair share of small clothing lines and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put all this hard work into a full concept, the packaging, how am I going to shoot it, creative direction, design, production, just to sell 2-3 shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that made me appreciate where I'm at now because I don't have to do everything myself now because we have a team of photographers and creatives and a design team. But learning how to just love the game and not do it for the money makes me appreciate the scale that I'm designing on now, and seeing the results come from my work is just really fulfilling.
Yeah. Is there a certain aspect of your design that is like uniquely Dan? Like, what is there? Like, what is the Dan design language?
I love. Okay, so to preface this, I am a collector of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
That being comic books and action figures. I consider myself a big nerd, so I love looking at old print. I don't know if you guys have opened vintage comic books or if you guys collect or whatnot, but in older comic books there are like full pages of ads, and just the way that the halftones hit on the skin tones, or how the shadows are filled, the inking on the drawings. I take all that stuff and kind of like make it my own into some designs. So if you see like halftones or gradient maps and stuff like that. That's a Dan design for sure.
Okay, for sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
Not everything, but a lot of it.
Yeah.
As far as like
Yeah.
t-shirt graphics,
Okay. I like that. I when I look into collecting things, I looked at comics and I'm just like, it just that rabbit hole is just too far, too far to
Yeah.
go
We're
down.
too far gone. Yeah, we're too far
Yeah,
gone.
it's just like I'm already like up here in sneakers and sneaker culture and all that. But I can admit I dropped the ball a couple of years ago when I was real young. I was like maybe 7. A friend of my aunt, she gave me a stack of like 90s WWE magazines.
oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's cool. So I was only 9. I decided to
Mm.
cut them,
Oh, bro.
cut WWE stars out of them and glue them on paper. And I'm just thinking back, like, man, I just can only imagine what those magazines will be worth. I mean, there were people that passed away. You got Eddie Guerrero, Mr. Perfect. I mean, there was so many vintage and old school wrestlers in these magazines. Like, I'm beating
So this
myself
right
up about
here
it.
is a pack of The Rock WWF trading cards
Mm-hmm.
that I got at Half Price Books.
Oh wow.
You know, a bunch of sealed, unopened.
Wow.
They're
You
not worth
open-
anything, but
Yeah.
like it's just cool to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Mhm.
I'm a
mean-
hoarder like that. So just
I mean,
cool
I see the
stuff. I like
shirt.
cool stuff.
Your shirt, man. It's and I know you're a big Texas guy, man. I saw you just got a new tattoo.
I did. Texas
that-
boy.
Oh yeah.
Fire. Yeah, and the
Oh
shirt
yeah.
says
Yeah.
Dallas 316. Like,
Like,
Oh yeah.
On the hat.
yeah,
Can you read that?
no, but I'm sure it has something to do with Texas.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So in Dallas, like, what is sneaker culture in Dallas? What do you see? What's everybody wearing?
Flint 13s and Air Force Ones.
Oh man.
Cowboys outfit. Cowboy uniform.
Stop.
Olympic
They got
sixes are coming out. Those are going to do very well out here.
Yeah, Des Bryant jersey.
Yeah. He did catch it, though.
Yeah. Look. So I love sports, right? He caught it. He caught it. That is the official statement
I don't even
of
like sports like that, but I saw that and I could tell, like, yo, come on.
But yeah, so I mean, it's essentially what everybody says it is. It's whatever goes with the Dallas uniform.
No, not really. It's I'm just joking. Seriously though, a lot of white Air Force Ones. People like to wear what's new, like the new retros. That come out every week. People come in the shop. Yo, what's new? I need that.
Yeah. Do you do much of the retail selling in the shop?
No. So in Dallas, we have our Dallas store, and then like a block over is our office where I'm at.
Okay.
So it's not all one space.
Gotcha.
So you don't work at like the retail spot.
Mm-mm.
You're more like corporate type deal thing.
Yeah.
Well, kind of creative.
Corporate,
I
but
would say
not
the
so corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Okay,
probably
that's
like
dope.
the least corporate neighborhood account that exists.
I like it, man. I like it. So how is it when you're buying sneakers? Like, how has this fueled your sneaker buying since you started, working with them?
Man, it's definitely a blessing. And
say the rest of it.
I do realize I am privileged because there was a time where I had to fight just like everybody else to get my pairs, and now it's put my name on the box, and I purchase it when the time is right. So
we all dream of being there one day. We
I
all
know.
dream of being there one day. I like
but
that.
It's like I'm copying way more than I should. Like I think last month I was at like 8 pairs.
Man,
I don't know how many pairs y'all cop a month because I know y'all are up there. But for me, I think for anybody, 8 pairs a month is a lot.
my fiance is still awake, so I'm not gonna say anything.
I can
Blink,
honestly
blink
say I
however
haven't
many
bought nothing in a
times.
while.
What do you say,
Is it?
Flex?
I said I haven't bought nothing in a while, but when I'm buying, I forget. Like I buy
Yeah.
so much, I'm like I get a package. I'm like, what is these? Are these the no? And then I look at them like, oh, these are. Forgot about those.
So I can tell you anything anything under like $200 doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Okay.
like
So you just took like six or 12. So
if you get, you know, oh bro, crazy steal on eBay, $60, boom. Like it doesn't
oh,
count.
bro,
Like
you're an eBay hunter. There's no way you losing a ton of pairs in that too.
I feel
disgusting.
that. I feel that.
I am a look on eBay in my prime. I was putting up numbers on eBay.
Listen,
I can
Like
only imagine you buying
during
$2,
COVID,
during
I
COVID,
was having crazy motion, and eBay
yeah,
was at my door every day.
yeah, yeah. I remember, you know, the days where it's like, oh, bro, I got 4 pairs, I got 5 pairs coming in, I got 6 pairs coming in today. That's when it's like, all right, I gotta
Oh,
take a
yo,
breath.
you were
And like,
wild.
I'm in trouble.
6 pairs in the one delivery is crazy. Now I give
Yeah.
you 6 pairs throughout the month, but in one delivery, yo,
What's your address,
let
Morgan?
me. I mean
Huh?
What's your address?
Yeah, no. Oh, wait. You have my address. You got my address.
Oh, I do have
I'm
your
just
address.
look
That's right.
through the sneaker box.
You plan on going out of
It's in
town
the
anytime soon?
it's in the database. Oh, Naptown. I'm never letting
Nah,
you live that down.
Naptown, bro, is everybody calls it Naptown. Well, not everybody. People outside of Indianapolis call it Naptown.
Because everybody's sleeping on it. That's why. That's why I call it Naptown. But so man, I've been watching you, and I noticed that you just dropped some fitteds, with sneaker
Oh
politics
yeah,
you
those are
designed,
fire.
and
Yeah.
I seen you. Yeah, I
Thank
seen
you.
the video, man. Tell us more about that. I want to hear more about that.
So hats were how I
Yeah.
really got into design.
Mm.
When I was like 14, there's another boutique out here called Center, and at the time they were selling custom Mitchell and Ness snapbacks, and this is around the time where like Just Don,
Mhm.
Python hats are going crazy,
Yeah.
and I wanted
Yeah.
one real bad, but they were like $120, something like that.
Ooh.
A couple years ago, like
Yeah.
2012-ish. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
for a
mom was
hat.
like, "I'm not buying you that." But to me, it was like the freshest thing in the world, and I needed it. So I had like a by any means state of mind on it for some reason. I've never had that before,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to make it myself. And I found a couple YouTube tutorials that they did them really bad, but it gave me the framework to
Yeah.
figure
Yeah.
out how to do it. So what's it called? You know, I had a old Obey hat, and I went to Hobby Lobby, got some leopard print fabric, and I chopped the Obey hat up, took the brim off, recovered it. But at the time, I was like hand sewing and hot gluing,
Yeah.
so you know the quality wasn't there. But I figured it out,
Yeah.
and started doing a couple more. Then I was like, man, I need a sewing machine. And my family, we go to church. We're Christian.
Uh-huh.
I prayed day and night for a sewing machine. And then my aunt, that I don't say we don't talk to her like that, but we're not like, I don't see her every day, so she doesn't know what's going on in my life. She's like, she calls my mom. She's like, hey, I got this sewing machine. Do you know anybody who needs it?
There it is.
Raps.
There it is.
Got it. Got to work. Broke it in like 3 days.
No
So
way.
I broke it in like 3 days. And my granddad was like, you know what? That's a hustler right there. Let me
Yeah.
go treat him to a brand new one. And
Wow.
Yeah. So I got really good at it. And then I turned about 14, maybe we'll call it 15. I'm in stores.
Mm-hmm.
Stores will let me put stuff in there.
That's
Really?
that's fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And my mom's taking me to all these malls to drop off to different locations. I save up, I get a big industrial sewing machine that you see in factories, and yeah, then I start diving into the exotic materials and do just Don hats, my own, just Dan, if you will.
Oh,
And
that's fire.
yeah, yeah, that was my start, and then that got into my dad does photography, so I learned how to shoot my own hats, and then now I'm in high school and we have a web design class, and I'm learning Photoshop and
Yeah.
Illustrator. So as I'm getting older, I'm becoming this jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And as this is happening, I get tired of doing hats because
Mm-hmm.
it's the same work over and over and over again. It's very
Yeah.
repetitive, and although each hat looks different, it's the same process.
Right.
And I'm bored and I'm done, and I didn't touch them till like 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I picked hats back up again, and then that got exhausting really fast. And then
Mm-hmm.
until recently, we had this New Era event that y'all saw that we had.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to figure out what to do for the activation. So we had another
Yeah.
guy that does airbrushing come out. Did like his name's Travis. He did like that lightning bolt jacket for Drake. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but anyway, we're like, damn, we need something else. And my name came up. I didn't really want to do it, but if the bread's right, I'll open up the bakery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
So yeah. And then we had the big event, and I brought my machine up there. Mad stressful bringing that machine. I thought I broke it before the event started, trying to put it in my dad's truck
No
and drive
way.
to Dallas. Yeah, it was a stressful morning,
Yeah.
but it worked out. Had a
So
blast.
so the hats that you released, are those all like handcrafted?
Yes. So what I did was I cut the brim off completely.
Mhm.
I essentially skinned the brim,
Mhm.
take everything off,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did this patchwork
Like sashiko,
material.
right? You did the
More like quilting, but less
Okay.
grandma. On
Yeah.
the top and the bottom. So on the bottom, I
Mhm.
did different bandanas in the same like color palette. So, like
Mm-hmm.
I did
Yeah.
a green version, a gray version, and a brown version. And the top, I did patchwork of like different blue fabrics, different black fabrics, and green fabrics. So yeah,
Fire.
that was fun though.
What do you like designing the most?
Mhm.
I love doing cut and sew pieces.
Yeah.
It feels elevated, and it's something I've always wanted to do, but I've never had
Mhm.
like the money to do it.
Yeah.
So now it's like now it's not my money.
Yeah.
I can enjoy the process of making these cut and sew pieces
Yeah.
and seeing them come to
Yeah.
life. T-shirts are fun too, but
Yeah.
it's different. Everything's different.
When I was making my own clothing, I know a lot of people like to say like, keep going even when nobody's watching, keep going, and that sucks. It sucks
It
to
does,
create
but it's
something
true.
and like
People say it for a reason.
nobody's watching, because I created a lot of stuff. I actually still have the pair that I made of like my branding on it. The sizing was way off. It was supposed to be a 9.5. It fits like 8.5, but I still have it because it's something that I created. Um, and I think I lost the passion for it just because nobody was watching, man. So if I get the opportunity to create something now, as far as like clothing or something like that, it feels I got a little motivation. I'm more motivated now because I know that there's somebody watching, that I know somebody's looking. Um, so when you started this hat thing, how did you push past that? How did you push past like nobody's watching, but I'm still gonna create this to get where you're at
I
now?
don't know. I've never really looked at it like that.
Uh,
I've always looked at it like this is what I do. This is how I make money. I don't have to
Mhm.
go get a job. The mindset I have is like, could be worse. You know, like
Yeah.
I do what I love every day. I design T-shirts. Like, what is there to
Yeah.
complain about?
Yeah.
You know,
Nah.
I've done other jobs. Like I used to work in a pizza restaurant, delivering pizzas, washing dishes. Um, Granted, I love those people. I still hang out with those people to this day.
Mhm.
Shout out Blue Skies Pizza in Euless, Texas. But yeah, like I've washed windows. I've uh I've done any and everything, bro. But like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I design T-shirts now, and that's it. I worked very
Yeah.
hard to get to this point. So
That's
to
dope,
me, it's
man.
like I just
Shout
had
out to
to.
you.
That was my end goal. Like I wanted to do what it took to get to my end goal.
And
Nah, shout out to you.
this is it. This is your end goal. This is what you want to do for the rest of your life.
As far as design, yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. I feel like that's such a great place to be in, right? Because I mean, like you, I mean, I've been a garbage man. I've done, warehouse work. I've done, like you said, I've done everything. I haven't done anything in the food service business, but I've done everything, man. And to finally have that job where you go to work and you like, do you have those moments where you're like, you just take a second and you're like, bro, this is
Yeah,
what I have. This is what I do. This
yeah.
is
Because
it.
I am human. There are days where I'm like, oh man, I gotta drive in this traffic. Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta go to work. Oh, I'm tired. But I could be like, dude, shut up,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. And this is what we got, man. Like we're
Yeah,
here.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm over here salty because I don't got that job. I don't have that job where I wake up and I'm like, oh my God,
I know.
Um,
It's incredible.
yeah, and I tell Morgan all the time, bro. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and get that money, man. If you found something, it's hard to find a job that you actually love. You wake up and you're motivated to go. Like you can motivate yourself to go to work because of the job.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it's hard to motivate yourself to go to work and when you can't motivate yourself because you're like, I don't really like the job, so how am I gonna motivate myself here? And you can say, it's how you provide for your family, it's how you make money, but at the end of the day, you're human. And if you don't like the job, you don't like the job. And
yeah.
no responsibility or no amount of money is gonna make you like, oh, after a while you're gonna get burnt out
Mhm.
and that pay rate, that hourly rate, that salary rate is just not gonna do it. So you eventually gotta find that job if you really want to excel in that.
Yeah, I agree. I
So
mean, even me getting hired at politics, I didn't want to be a photographer,
yeah.
e-commerce photographer at
Mm.
that. Like, um, I I don't consider myself a photographer. I just know how to use a camera. So
Hmm.
I was like, if I can get my
Mm.
foot in the door, maybe, just maybe, I can
Hmm.
get to where I really want to be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You had a
I
long
got what
game.
I
You played
wanted.
the long game
Yeah,
and you got it.
yeah. Patience.
So do you and we won't get too specific or anything, but do you work on any of the sneaker collaborations?
So sneaker collaborations are a team effort.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't been here long enough to where I can say like, oh, I designed a shoe. Um,
Mhm.
because shoes take a long time to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And it depends on like the brand, maybe a brand. People think like, you know, Union, for example, Union wanted to do a Jordan 4. They might have wanted to do Jordan 4, but 9 times out of 10, it's Jordan saying, "Hey, we're trying to push this model. Let's do a project."
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Um, so you were around for the Samba release.
so the
Um,
Samba was done before I got there.
before you were even a
Employee,
photographer. Oh
yeah,
wow. So that was, I mean, that was a long time. Because how long
yeah.
did you say
So
you've worked there?
about 3 years. So when
Oh wow.
it was already designed. I think I got hired and then we got like the first samples.
Okay.
So yeah, the timeline is pretty long on shoes.
Yeah, so for the people listening to kind of understand the timeline, the sneaker released, well, the actual voting part happened not last March, but the March before that, March 2023, right?
Yeah.
And then the pairs would have released last summer, right?
Yeah.
Am I,
I
okay.
remember because I tried to campaign and Morgan stood on business. He's like, "Nah, I'm not voting for politics. I'm voting
Did
for."
I really do that? Did I do that?
Yeah, you're like,
Who were y'all
I'm
going against?
Man, I don't remember. I think it was
Probably
like,
Extra Butter.
nah, I think it was Casino.
Casino. Oh,
Because we won the first round because that Samba came out.
yeah. I know the Samba came out because I got a pair.
But the second round, yeah, you did get
Yeah,
a pair.
I did get a pair. Very happy to support. Very happy.
You better vote next time. I'm gonna find out.
He said, hold on, say it again. Say it again.
We lost the second round, unfortunately.
Okay, so those forums aren't coming out.
It would have been a centennial.
A centennial. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
My bad. My
yeah.
bad. Hey, look. I mean, all that matters is right. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't vote for the Samba, but you know, I got my pair. I like wearing it. You know, if you were going against Extra Butter, you know, I
No, I
apologize.
know that's hard.
They just sent me
That would have been a hard one.
Yeah, they had a good
Yeah.
pair.
Bernie's so sick, man. I want him
Yeah.
healed. I need to
He's
go up
awesome.
to
He's
Extra
awesome,
Butter in New
man.
York.
He is.
They sent you what?
I said Extra Butter sent me more stuff.
Oh my God,
Hey,
Morgan.
hey,
I
look,
love
man.
it.
Hey, y'all look out for me, man. Y'all look out for me. I
I love it.
appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. I
So
love it.
the other pair I'm thinking of, right? So that I'm thinking you might have been around for would have been the Gel Light 3, but that released I think 2 summers ago. It's got the American flag, the Army pair. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, I think the job listing went up like right after that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I remember because I had homies that worked at the shop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I kind of wanted a pair, but I had just got back from a trip from Kosovo
Yeah.
with those people I was telling you about that own the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Kosovo and Albania. So
Yeah.
I come back, and the day I get back is like the release party, and I'm like, I'm cooked. 19-hour
Yeah.
flight.
Yeah.
I don't care that much. But
Yeah,
the
that
shoe
was
is sick, and I wish I would have came back like a day earlier.
I don't remember. Did that shoe not I mean it obviously is sold out, but was it available for a while?
I don't know.
No. You don't know.
Which one are we talking about?
I think those sold out the day of because they did a big launch party for those.
Yeah. It's the green, it's the Army themed Gel Light 3.
I don't know how long it stayed around, but
Shout
I
out
do
to Ezra.
remember.
Shout out to Ezra. Is that what you said?
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Ezra.
out Ezra. Shout out Ezra.
Who's that?
He designed that shoe.
See, I mean, I'm not like I tell Morgan, he gets upset at me all the time. I'm not in tune with the designers.
Nobody should know
the
like
radius.
who the designers at these boutiques are, unless you're like
okay.
really, really locked in.
Yeah.
Morgan usually seems to know that stuff. I don't know how, but he seems to know that stuff. But I do remember it was attainable, but I don't know for how long. But I was able to search it and add it to cart, and I was like, I'm gonna come back and get it. But unfortunately,
Hate to hear it, bro.
Don't worry, I got a
No.
pair. I got a pair. So it's all good. It's all good.
I'll get a pair. Just because Morgan, I'll get a pair. Just to say I got the same pair as Morgan.
No, I don't even have a pair.
It's all good. And I have the beignets. I mean, we can go sneaker politics collabs all day.
Yeah.
The I think case 999 999 is New Balance.
Yeah.
I think that's sneaker politics.
Those are old, man. That's
I
like
got 'em.
hard pop. Yeah.
Yeah, I got those.
It's crazy.
So we're
I don't
getting
even
to
think
the
I've
end
seen
of
those in person.
man, I should have brought them. I should have brought them over. But we're getting to the end of the episode. Unless Flex, did you have anything else you wanted to?
No, go ahead.
We're getting to the end of the episode, and we're gonna do our showcase shoe which is where we pick a sneaker in our collection that deserves to be talked about. Flex, you seem to be up to something. Go ahead, Flex.
Because I asked you about this shoe, and I asked you, was it a Sneaker Politics collaboration? You told me no. And I kept researching, and I'm like, this is a Sneaker
Hold
Politics
on, what shoe?
collaboration.
I don't remember you asking me anything.
And it is the New York Cheesecakes.
That's not a Sneaker Politics collaboration.
It's not?
No,
Bro.
I told you it wasn't.
Look, so wait. Because I looked it up.
We sold them. I remember we had a lot of pair.
You got the Politics there.
The hell is that?
This is the box.
Mine don't look like that, brother.
Oh well, don't. Oh,
Hey,
I got
bro, how you got a fake? How you got a fake pair of?
No. Sneaker Politics, and I got it from.
That's our barcode.
Yep.
Is it a sticker?
My address. This is the receipt. I got it from the Lafayette,
Go ahead.
Louisiana, New Orleans, whatever, Lafayette. But yeah, this I think this is a Sneaker Politics collaboration.
It's not, but did they put a sticker on?
They
the
must
shoe?
have done their own. Is it a sticker or is it printed on there?
Let's see. It is
It's a sticker.
sticker.
I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, that's a sticker.
That's so weird.
Well, the more you know. So,
Bro, it's flashback to when we had Matt Hatfield on.
No. Nah. This is not a flashback because this is actually a tie-in to Sneaker Politics because I actually got it from Sneaker Politics. I actually got this pair from Sneaker Politics.
That's a good pair, though. That is a good pair.
Yeah, so this is the New York Cheesecake Shadow 6000. Just
So
sucking me.
is that a Sneaker Politics pair?
Hey, it's the thought that counts.
I got them from Sneaker Politics. You know how I do.
Good,
If I don't
man.
have the collaboration, I get a pair that I bought from the boutique.
I'm
Just
not
like I
gonna
did
lie.
Extra.
So I forgot about that rule that we have. Not even a rule, but like that policy.
Wow. All the Sneaker Politics collaboration you had, and
Yeah.
you can't pull one out. Even not even for the what's on feet. Man,
I know. So, I brought out what I think is one of the better Adidas basketball
please
shoes.
don't bring another collaboration shoe to
No,
another.
don't do that. That would be crazy.
I thought you were going to bring out another pair from the cup. I was like, yo, what's wrong with you?
So this is the Casino pair. I think the Casinas made it, right?
No, those came out. I don't remember who we went up against. Must have not been that memorable.
Some losers.
Yeah.
Loser that I voted for.
I was gonna say, bro. Now, okay, until you get off here and realize who you vote for. But
It's like, yikes. Okay, I'll tell that story in a second. But remember the Samba Cup the Adidas Cup has a very sore spot for us because Matt Hatfield, man, that's when we found out nice kicks ain't nice kicks. But these are the Crazy Infinities with Adidas. I didn't get them from Sneaker Politics. I can lie, I said I did. But yeah, say it again.
I don't think we got that colorway. I know we got other colorways. I don't know if we got that one though.
These are super cool. Like I think
I love
you can
them.
get them for like $48 on Adidas right now with like with a code. But yeah, the Crazy Infinity. I'm a little upset that nobody's really talking about them, but this could be one of those shoes that in a year or two, people looking back like, yo, those are fire. So yeah, this is what I got.
Very cool. So my showcase, Craig. We just talked about it. The Centennial.
Oh my gosh.
Only 10 pairs of these exist.
Oh my gosh.
Pony hair, leopard print stripes, very suede.
are those your size?
These are my size. Politics on
Is there a 10.5?
the stamp. These are a
10.5.
They're a 10 or a 10.5. I wear a 10.
Okay.
These actually are a 10.5. Flex. You can't have them though.
No, Morgan was a 10.5.
See,
He knows.
if you voted, you could have got these, but here we are.
I'm sick.
Only
yeah.
10 pairs. You know,
I be blocking my blessings. I block my blessings.
So it was the 3 shoes that we did was the Samba,
Mm-hmm.
the Centennial, and then an Ultra Boost.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
I was a little annoyed that they did the Ultra Boost for the last round.
I'm not a big Ultra Boost guy. Never was.
It's I mean, I liked it when everybody else did. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Guilty.
Yeah, right. Like I
No.
liked it when everybody else did, but I was like, y'all got so many classic models, and then we're using the Ultra Boost. We
Yeah.
could have done something
Even
different.
like the Centennial, like one of my favorite Adidas models is the Rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have loved to see that.
Yeah,
The
100%.
Patrick Ewing shoe.
Yeah,
The model is sick to me. It's like I have the Knicks colorway, and I beat it down so hard. Pause.
you had that one locked and loaded. Like I can't wait to say this.
Loaded, crazy.
That's crazy.
Nah. Anyway, that's one of my favorite models.
I like it, man.
So,
I like it.
Man, I'm sick. That's a great pair, though. It
It's
is
a
a
good
great pair.
Normally, I'm like, as soon as I get a pair, straight to toe.
Yeah.
Being fresh or last. But this pair, for some reason, I am too chicken. Just because there's only 10 of them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's putting all the leopard print on stuff? Because didn't the Sambas had the leopard print on the lining, right?
so that was kind of the like, so our creative director's name is Blaine. He's the one that designed the shoes for this. The underlying theme, let me rephrase. We wanted every shoe to have the same underlying theme, and
Gotcha.
leopard print
Okay.
was part of the board. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, if you happen to find any 10.5s, you know,
yeah, I'll keep a lookout.
that laugh before you said that let me know that
Yeah, buddy, sure.
so I can tell Dan is still upset that did I specifically say I wasn't gonna vote for it, or what did I do?
You let me down, Edie.
Did I?
Yeah.
Dang, that's because
But
I
knew what you meant in your heart. You can't fool
what
me.
I mean.
You said you weren't going for politics.
I mean, no, I would never
Nah,
say
look
that.
at you
I've been a
stuttering.
fan.
Look at you stuttering.
I have been.
Nah,
I want to
stand
put
on
this.
it.
I
Stand
want
on
to
it
put
like you
this.
stand on everything else.
This is.
Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy.
This
You
is-
know he's a fan of keeping the same energy.
This is the official statement from Morgan's Sneaker Room. I love sneaker politics and everything that they've ever created.
PRT can't save you now.
But for some reason, I mean, I got the Samba, right? Like I had to have voted for the Samba for you to have helped me out with those.
I don't know. I had mercy on you.
Yeah. You showed me a kindness. You showed me a kindness, and it won't be forgotten.
I love it, man.
No, you're supposed to look out for me on some other things, man. I got some
Yeah.
But before we end the episode, just give us as much as you can. But what's next? What is next for Dan Saucepan, man? Daniel, what is next for you?
Next, right now we're working on at politics. We're working on stuff for next year. All of our inline collections and stuff like that. A lot of sick stuff coming out. As far as personal, just like random custom stuff. Like after seeing like the reaction of this newer event, I want to start, putting my ideas on wax and people actually being able to see like stuff I make.
Yeah.
And not just be like, oh, he's the hat guy. I want to give different variations Right now, I'm working on some shoe stuff that I think is cool. Kind of trendy in that soccer lane. So whenever I finish, I'll be sure to post it. Y'all can see it. Let me know what y'all think.
I like
It's
that. I
probably
like
good,
that,
man. You know, I love holding things. I like holding things in hand, Dan. You know, hey, pause.
We appreciate you being on the episode. We have enjoyed talking sneakers and unfortunately other things. But any closing remarks, guys?
No, we definitely appreciate. Yeah, we have appreciated having you on, man. And it's just like, you know, the Instagram comments and chat come to life. We finally get to chop it up. You know, especially we love not only that you listen to the pod, but you also support and post us, man. So you got any final words, Dan?
Man, any time I get to talk real sneakers with people, I have so much fun. So it's dope having the platform to do that on, and people actually know what they're talking about. So
thank you, man.
This was sick. This was really sick.
Yeah, that's the highest compliment you can give us, man. We appreciate that for sure.
Besides me bringing out an unofficial sneaker politics.
No, that's a good pair.
Unofficial sneaker politics collaboration.
But here's the thing. That's not your fault.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they did the beignets, right? So it's like, oh, what other food pairs are they going to do? But even the food fights that's not a collaboration.
Those were End.
No,
am I thinking of another one?
End did the burgers and the chicken wings.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Well, I thought the food fight,
that was an amalgamation of all of those.
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of all of those, but it's not one specific collaborator.
So it could have been different food inspired ones as well.
Yeah, because there's some extra butter, there's some End, there's some Premier.
There's one I recently seen that I want to get. I cannot remember. It's a buttercup or something. I can't remember. I got to send it to you when I find it. But I've been going down to the Saucony
the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's crazy. Speaking of rabbit, I seen that pair too. But guys, that has been our episode for the week. As we always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
So brothers, retro 7s, retro 3s, metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got